Hey there, awesome educators. It's your friendly tech coach here, ready to share a fantastic tool that will bring some serious excitement to your classroom. Get ready to dive headfirst into the world of Snorkl, that's Snorkl without an E, as we gift you with day number 1 of the 12 Days of Techmas. I'm going to give you the basics today. However, if you want to try Snorkl in your classroom, remember you can always reach out and I will come partner with you on that. Or Ray Lane can also do that if you are grades 5 through 12. First things first, if you do not have an account, you're going to go to sign up and sign up using your school Google account. Otherwise, when you click log in, you are going to log in using your Google account if you already have one set up. Mine, I've already been in Snorkl several times today, so it actually remembered that, and it's not going to make me log in. I'm going to click on it. Notice over here, right off the bat, 2 out of 20 activities are being used. The free account limits you to 20 activities. If you look at an activity as a topic, like what you would have used in Flipgrid, that just means one lesson or activity, whatever you have the students working on. It doesn't matter how many students do it, that's still just one activity. So 20 is more than enough for teachers to use, especially in an elementary classroom. Notice below that we have some resource videos, what is Snorkl, and getting started video. If you get stuck, if you get on here for the first time, you're like, you know what, I want to hear it or see it in a different way, they have professional development videos for you right there to the right that you can watch just to get more information. Notice the rest of the screen. I'm going to take you for a quick tour. We have home, which is where we are now. If I were to click on classes, any classes that I've created are going to be listed here. I can create a class just by clicking create class, naming it, giving it a color, and clicking create. You can invite students in using a code, or if they're going to be if they use Google Classroom, you can actually copy the link and put it straight in their Google Classroom, and they will be able to come into the class that way. Same thing with assignments. You can give them the assignment in Google Classroom, the link for that, and they'll be able to go in and complete the assignment, and it will show up on your dashboard under classes here. The next thing you have is the library. You have My Library. That's where you're going to save any activities that you've created. You also have the Snorkl library, which is the same thing as the activities that they've already made. I'm going to show you that in just a minute. But if you click on library and go to Snorkl library, this is what it's going to take you to. Notice it starts at grade 3. However, you can customize the activities within this. So if you find one through here that fits for second grade or for first grade, you can adjust the assignment that's on there and customize that to fit your needs. But the template does say it starts at grade 3. So just keep that in mind. However, we've had a first, second grade split teacher use this with her students, and they absolutely loved it. So again, I can go back here. We have math, science, reading, language, arts, general, world languages. History and social studies is empty for templates. And then math is based on the Texas standards down here, but any of these would probably fit with our Indiana state standards as well. You just have to make sure you, again, customize and check those and make sure that they fit. All right, we're going to go back home. You have find an activity. If I were to click here, that's exactly what I was just in. It's the Snorkl library. So you're not going to see anything that we didn't just now see. You have try a sample activity. This is you going in as a student, which I'm actually going to do in just a minute because I really want you to see the student feedback piece that is super key. It's instant. It's AI generated. You can customize certain things to make it give feedback the way that you want it, but it's going to be AI generated and super fast and gives the students exactly what they need immediately. And you can go back and review their recorded responses. You can see what the feedback was from AI. You can explore all of those things and still see student work without having to be right by their side for every step of their activity. Over here we have create an activity. That's where you can build your own. Like I was talking about, you can make a custom activity. For AI feedback, if you click on that and go down here, you can actually say, I want you to create it, or you can set it up manually and make your own feedback. But again, that's how you customize an activity and build your own. Oops, I'm going to go back to home. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go into try a sample activity. I've already done a few of these, so I'm going to go into one I've already completed, but I want to show you the activity. Private jet or private island, if I click the speaker, it's going to read to me. So if a student needs the question read to them or the instructions read to them, they can click this as many times as they need to, and it will read it to them. I am going to resume my response rather than starting another response. I'm going to go ahead and resume this one, even though I've already done some work with it. So I'm going to say resume. And I'm going to click at the very bottom. It says record screen and voice. You need to train your students to do that. That way, whatever marks they make on the screen and when they explain their work, orally explain their work, it will be recorded and you can actually listen back and watch the screen change as they make their, they create their answers or mark up the page. All right, so I'm going to go and click record screen and voice as I answer this question. I answered, would you rather have a private jet? I circled private jet because a private jet is going to take me many places, where if I had a private island, I would be stuck to one location, one climate, one experience. So I would rather have a private jet and go many places around the world whenever I want. My second reason would be I could visit family whenever I wanted to. If I have family, I have a sister that lives in Florida, so I would love to go see her in Florida and fly on my private jet. All right, as you noticed, I clicked end review, so that's what students would do. They have a couple of options here. I'm going to move me out of the way. They can, if they listen to it, and they're like, meh, I don't like my answer, they can cancel and redo, or they can say, you know what, I was okay with that answer, but I need to add a little bit more. They can click continue recording, or they can click submit. For sake of time, again, I'm going to click submit, and we're going to watch AI magic happen. If you notice over here, this is what it looks like when it's generating feedback. Students will see this screen. They'll see the little Snorkl gear over here, and they're just waiting for the AI generator to say, to give a score. And then they always start with positive feedback and they end with positive feedback. And then they always give room for improvements kind of in the middle there. You'll see it in just a second. Also, this can be translated into different languages. You can, so if you have MLL learners, you are able to adjust it to fit their language needs. All right, over here we have our, it tells me at the 10-second mark, if you notice this is stamped red here, it gives me the feedback, but then it puts little dots on that point in my 38-second explanation to explain why they gave me the score that they did. So at the 10-second mark, it gives me my positive, excellent comparison between a jet and an island. You made a very smart point about how a private jet gives you access to many places versus being stuck to one location. Shows great critical thinking. And then the second stamp says, because I went ahead and answered correctly and gave my second reason to support my choice, it gave me another positive feedback, which I love. And then it talks about down at the very bottom, again, ending with positive, it tells me about the good things that I did in my video. I will tell you, the first time I recorded this, it gave me some negative feedback because on purpose, I stopped after my first reason just to see what it would do. And my second feedback here was something that it went on to talk about how if I had a hard time coming up with a second reason, here's some steps that I could take. So again, this is all AI generated feedback. Students can respond again. So if I'm like, oh, I don't like that, or I love that, whatever. If I don't like it, I can respond again. All right. I am going to stop there just because we're at 9 minutes. If you want more information, if you want an in-person training, if you want me to come to your grade level and teach you all how to use this, or if you want me to come into your classroom and work with students on this, I am more than happy to do that. I also will include some additional videos that goes a little more in depth on how to use Snorkl and how you might use it in your classroom. But for now, I'm going to sign off on day 1 of Techmas. Enjoy!